Alright, we're back. The problem with YouTube is I don't know what my video time limit is. Because I don't really have a lot of videos up. I only got about a half dozen videos up, even though I've been a YouTube subscriber for a long time. I subscribed mainly to, I created my own account mainly so I can subscribe to other channels because I don't watch cable TV. I grab all my stuff off the internet. I think YouTube has better content than a lot of stuff that's on TV. You're paying a lot of money for garbage, in my opinion, on TV. YouTube, you gotta watch an ad, No big deal. If you really want to, you can skip the ad most of the time. If it's a ridiculously long ad, I usually skip it. But if I like the channel and I like their content, I will actually let the commercial play its way through, so they get a little bit of revenue. Because the revenue is small to begin with, and it really, the people could use some extra money. They're putting their hobby into it. It's fun. Just like me. I'm riding the speed limit here, 55 miles an hour. I'm on Route 490, leaving Rochester, heading out towards Fairport, and I'm just out riding, enjoying the road and the nice weather. So why not add talking to the list? Because I don't listen to music when I ride, because I don't have like noise isolating earplugs that are also speakers. And in New York State, you can't have both ears covered anyways. If you get caught, then you're going to get a ticket. I could get away with an intercom system though, because if you take your helmet off, you wouldn't have earbuds on. So I've been looking at different headsets. The Fogra and a couple of the other guys have been testing the new Sena units, and I will admit that the quality has gotten there finally, but $300 for a set. I had a hard decision to make. It's like, geez, do I buy a nice camera? Do I buy my Drift Ghost S for $400? And wait to get a Bluetooth intercom, or do I buy the Bluetooth intercom, be able to listen to music, hear my GPS from my cell phone, do other things, and not be able to record? And when I thought about it, I actually want to record more. The other stuff would be great, but I want to be able to record cool rides. And I eventually want to map where they are and document them. There are a couple of motorcycle riders on YouTube that have started similar things, and they've documented some good roads. There's one gentleman that I bookmarked that I don't remember his handle off the top of my head, but he was riding through, the Blue Ridge Parkway. He ended up riding up Mount Washington, and he hit a few other awesome roads in between. Going up through New England and the East Coast, through Virginians, and he was doing really awesome. I mean, he had about 20 good videos out, and they just stopped. I don't know if the gentleman lost his footage, or if he decided not to do it, too much editing. I don't know, but he had the idea that I had, and it's like, hey, I had that idea. He started to implement it first, but I had the same idea. It's like, man, I'd really love to, go out and just ride. Pick a direction, ride the roads, and say, hey, this way looks, this direction looks interesting, this direction looks interesting, and just discover stuff. Discover a big windmill you didn't know was there. Discover a little restaurant that has good food, good prices. Discover a rest stop with a porta-john in an area where there's absolutely nothing around it, and it defies all logic. Funny things like that, funny things, cool things. I've always loved just picking a direction to go in and see where this road goes. And it's like, hey, I've always wanted to see where that road goes, and I always drive by it. And it's like, why? Well, why do the people drive by a road like that? If they got the time, well, why don't they do it? And I think that the honest reason is gas, first and foremost. Because people will still ride around a bit with their car, but only to an extent. You know, with a motorcycle, they get such good gas mileage that you don't think twice about going out of your way 75 miles. You just do it. And just like I'm doing now, I'm way over, 15 miles out of where I was planning to ride, a few minutes ago. So, got no one around, so pull a U-turn and, get back on the expressway. So I got my motorcycle out of my brother's garage, out of storage this afternoon. I had 11 miles on my odometer for the, I should say trip meter. Got 60, I'm up to 64 now, so done 50 miles and change. So far so good. My plan was to probably run the tank down half or a little over half, so about 110 miles, 120 miles, because my low fuel weight comes around 200, 210 miles. And, freshen up the gas with some fresh gas, that doesn't have stabilizer in it and been sitting all winter. So let's be quiet here and get on the beans. Nice part about this section is it's 65. So I can get 65 and we can see the wind is 65, which is, I'm going 65 right now. So we'll see how the wind blast is with the microphone at 65. My best guess is that I'll have to talk a little louder, which is what I'm doing right now. And if these cars come past me so they're not on my ass. It's amazing. Even in the middle of the night up here, people just, they'll sit on your ass instead of going around you. It's like, hey, there's the whole lane open to the left. Just go around me. Don't tailgate my ass. I gotta hit the brakes for a deer. I don't be wearing you as an ornament, So there you are. You can see on the sign 31F coming back towards Fairport and East Rochester. I'm going to probably take 490 to the 590 interchange and take 590 going southbound towards Henrietta. Only because that's what I used to do on my loop. I already passed up by Seabreeze. Sometimes I'll go over to Webster, cut through there, go to Henrietta, cut through Greece, go home. Sometimes I change the order. On the night sorties like this, I just try to have a good time. So we got the speed limit coming down. Tickets cost too much in New York now. When the time and place comes for some shenanigans, you really got to make sure that there's no one around. Big Brother just keeps upping the points and fines to ridiculous levels for people that aren't harming anything. Look at this. It's the middle of the night, probably around midnight, and who would hurt somebody, if they're sober, have a vehicle in good working condition, and no traffic around them. They just have a little fun and haul some ass, But no, Mr. Revenue Generator's got to sit on the side in the bushes, hard to see, catches you. Then the insurance company charges you more money. And what actually happened? Nothing. Did you get in an accident? No. Did you injure anybody? No. Any property destroyed? No. So why did they charge you all this money? It should be based on what happened. If you are, you know, in an accident, doing kinds of damage, you're liable. And you got to pay for it. Well, the tickets and stuff should be the same. If you didn't do anything, harm anybody or anything, then the ticket should be frivolous and almost no money. I'm going to stop this piece and start another.